Hey there, Sentinels, it's me, Sage Sentient, coming at you with what can be generously be called hard speculation. But that's part of the fun, isn't it? Guessing what new characters are coming to MSF is always an interesting challenge. And the new X Factor team is no different. In fact, who is coming to X Factor could end up being very important since many in the community are speculating that X Factor could be the next symbiotes with their amazing crits, barriers, and just flat out synergy. Longshot and Shatterstar have with each other being very reminiscent of the OG symbiotes. So, if we're going to speculate, where do we start? We start somewhere easy with Richter. Showing back here, guys, we have a very clear image of him in this game, and as you can see, MSF has already gone out of their way to mention him. And let me be clear, I fully believe that if MSF has taken the time to mention him in game, he will be in the game. Know it. This is where speculating gets fun. Once again, these are merely semi-educated guesses, and as we're trying to figure out these absurd, amazing ways of how Scopely thinks. But with that being said, I went onto the X Factor Investigations Wikipedia page. Since the screenshot I showed you also mentioned Richter being on that team, well, now that you gotta go to that page, because I want you to focus on the team list here, okay? So here we go. And this is what I see here. Now, from issues 200 to 255 are when Longshot, Richter, and Shatterstar were all three on the team. So, now some characters with them, almost like the entire run, like Butterfly, M, Darwin, but I believe those characters are just too obscure even for MSF. So what more well-known characters appeared to be on the team during this run? Well, Strong Guy was featured in over 40 of those issues. Wolfsbane was in over 35 of those issues. Multiple Man in over 45 issues as well. Havoc was in and around maybe 15. Polaris was about 20 issues or so. Havoc is the leader though. That right there is 5 good prospects. Wolverine, Wolfsbane, Havoc, Strong Guy, Multiple Man, Polaris. I'm throwing out Havoc because, well, MSF, as we know, likes to keep us wanting for popular characters. But one thing MSF also does is they try to have at least one female on each team if possible, so Wolfsbane or Polaris might seem like a given. Between those two, my guess is Polaris. I think Wolfsbane could be saved later for a New Mutants team or looking, way far ahead. But that could be used on a second X Factor team if they break them up. You never know. Not only that, but listen to how Marvel.com describes some of Polaris' powers. And for a time, Polaris could absorb negative energy from her environment to increase her size and give herself superhuman strength and durability of undetermined limits. That seems like a power set made for MSF, right? So she could take debuffs from allies and make herself stronger to withstand hits, etc. And if she and the entire team gets barrier from Shatterstar as well, I'm not really sure they'll need a traditional tank like Strong Guy. Remember, the symbiotes don't have a traditional tank either. Not needing a traditional tank is part of why I think the last person to join Richter and Polaris will be Jamie Madrox, aka Multiple Man, arguably the most popular character during that run. Multiple Man was able to create multiple versions of himself. His powers work very much like Loki, making it harder to hit the members on the team as constantly hitting their crit attacks. And going back to Richter, who we mentioned at the start, Marvel.com mentions how Richter has clairvoyance, which basically he can use that to gain to a target without even using his eyes. So that sounds like that could be useful for trying to evade opponents, right? Crit and evade makes a lot of sense for how the team could work. So you never know. We don't have any cosmic mutants. Maybe that'd be really cool to have them in as well. So, maybe a mutant and cosmic combo. How about that? If you're asking me, my guess is Richter, Polaris, and Multiple Man rounding out the X Factor team is my guess why the full team will show up sooner rather than later. Will they be the unlock for a future legendary like Jubilee? Or perhaps maybe just Jubilee herself might. I don't know. I'm done enough speculating. It's your turn to speculate. I love to know what you think about all this. Let's figure out what you think about your speculation. Let's put it down in the comments. And if you'd like, please subscribe, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. So if you're, gonna comment on anything, do it here. And to look out for all the brand new episodes for Sage's Hot Seat, Blitz and DJ backgrounds, and things like that, what we do. Always letting you know what's going to be on. We have Momo Piers. We have videos coming up with Reminex. So, guys, please, thank you so much for coming by. And until later, Sentinels, take it easy.